So once a goddess recruits her 25th recruit, we call her a heavenly goddess, and today we honor a very special woman among us. Here are the facts about our 15th heavenly goddess. She joined Athena's in 2005 after attending a party with Linda Norton. Linda told her that she would be a great goddess, to which she replied, I don't think so. Linda had heard this hostess clearly when she stated that she didn't have a lot of money. Linda knew that she could help her with that. And even though there was hesitation, Linda did not relent. She knew that this was an ace. She was sure to follow up with this captivating hostess who she instinctually knew would become a great goddess. It was with some reservation, but with lots of hope, that this soon-to-be very special woman of Athena's handed over her kit money and took on this new title of goddess. She studied leadership from the very beginning, first carefully observing Linda and other big names of that time. She began building her business and team methodically. Not only did she recruit new team members, she began forging lifelong friendships. In 2007, she became a demigoddess. In 2008, an earthly goddess. And here in 2009, she sees the next mile marker of her leadership journey. She becomes a heavenly goddess. She is astute, willing to learn. Oftentimes, she was the only one on the Monday night telecalls. Instead of wondering where is everyone, she felt privileged to receive one-on-one coaching from someone who was willing to share and to teach her. Lynn Conway and Marsha Weeder left their handprints on her heart, as did other goddesses who paired with her as accountability partners. She became the goddess to watch as she racked up accolades each year like President's Awards, naming her the most powerful goddess of the year, the role model of the year, the most passionate goddess of the year. Golden Circle awards like the visionary leader were earned as each year unfolded. She's the kind of goddess who is always willing to step forward, to write an article for Happy Buzzing, to share an idea, lend a hand, to help her team members, other goddesses, and the company in any way. Her team is made up of very special women who have brought incredible talents and adorgasms to Athena's. So without further ado, I present to you my very spicy girlfriend and next heavenly goddess, the team leader of the Spicy Innuendos, Juliet Fulgoni. Big moment, ready? I think so. All right, go ahead, Juliet.
Oh my gosh, I'm up here. Whew. Okay. So yeah, I'm the 15th Athena's Home Novelties Heavenly Goddess. Holy, oh. Okay, so, stop shaking. I can remember being out there and watching somebody up here and thinking, I don't think I could ever do that. And then I thought, oh my God, yes I can. I'm such a dork, but that's okay. I love it. Who cares? Who cares? I think that's what, if any of you are out there thinking, you know what, like, I only have 2, or I don't have any at all, or I haven't even started yet. What are you talking to me for about this? This is something that there are so many things that I've learned along the way, and I think sitting in that seat, or if you're one of those women who, like me, always doubts yourself every step of the way. I'm sorry, I have to breathe. Thank you, darling. Oh, now my makeup is running. Is the camera on? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm here. Who was it that said what a long, strange trip it's been? Who was it? Good, you guys are good at this game. Stay tuned, there's more to come on that. I'm standing up here today because for 3.5 years, I've been willing to stay afloat during tides, take the bad with the good, learn lessons from my mistakes, however you want to say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just not my character. There are challenges involved with being a leader. But anytime I've been challenged, I can always take something positive from it. It's one of the big lessons that my mom taught me. She's my big supporter. In fact, she's so positive that she taught me at a very young age that it's really easy to get through something if you just make a game out of it. I'm just going to give you an example so you understand why I am like I am. We'd be at the end of my driveway waiting for the school bus or for a ride, and being the ever so impatient person that I am, I'd whine, "When is it going to get here?" And she'd answer, "I think it'll be here in 11 cars. What do you think?" And of course, I have to guess a different number, right? So I guess a different number, my brother guessed a different number, and all of a sudden it became less about the amount of time that it took to get there. And at the end, it didn't even matter, because it could have been 20 minutes longer. In our heads, we were just thinking, was I right? Was he right? I'm closer, I'm gonna get there. And so the person who cheered at the end was the person who was closest, and there wasn't even a prize. So in that moment, or in some moment like that, is when a numbers person was born. Linda calls me her owl. Facts, figures, everything I do has a count, a method, or a game. And some of you know me well enough to know that I'm a huge fan of music. There are very few songs I don't know, or like, or couldn't sing along to, regardless of the type of music. I'm going to spare you the singing part because it's not as good as Alana did, or our new friend here. But trust me when I say that when I'm in the car and the windows are rolled up and it's really loud, I sound awesome. Music for me, like some of you, has gotten me through the best and the worst times of my life. As a child, sometimes, you think life is unfair, or maybe it really is unfair. And you go and you retreat. I had a little double cassette boombox. Remember those? As a teen, crush after heartbreaking crush, each guy had his own song. So you see what I mean. So I hope it only makes sense that I would merge the two together for my speech and make a game out of the lessons that I've applied to my business that I've learned from music. Feel free to play along. See if you can catch all of them. Some of them are song titles, some of them are lyrics, some of them are my favorites, and some just really seemed appropriate for the speech. So catch them all, and you win. You can't always get what you want. That's the line, and if you listen to the song, they repeat it over and over and over again. But if you really listen closely, think what comes after that. If you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. You guys are good. In leadership, you will have times of disappointment, stagnancy. You just have to keep trying. You have to keep going. It is the only way. If you keep your levels of effort high, you'll move past those kind of snags with more ease. Part of where I'm going is knowing where I'm coming from. Anyone? No? Well, I'm not telling. Try hard not to take the results personally. I stand here today only because the spicy Innuen-does worked hard to qualify their own businesses. Consider, though, that there are others that I've signed on that didn't. So no matter what level of leadership you're at right now, you have to start somewhere. We learn as we go. Leaders make mistakes. But this is an opportunity that we offer. It's not just a prize that we give. Avoid holding on to other people's successes and their failures. This one might be easier. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. Very good. Having said that, your experiences are yours to own. You can reach out for resources, and you can commit to growing. Just don't sit still. Be the goddess your team or your future team will be proud to call their leader. Your confidence in leadership inevitably grows as a result of your own integrity. Really hard one. All I want to do is to help you to believe in you. I joined this company with my best friend, who decided really early on that it wasn't for her. That's okay. And a few months later, I was approached. Dork. I embrace my inner dork, and I bring her to you. Sorry. So a few months later, a beautiful young woman approached me at an expo and wanted to know more about the business. And I thought, well, I'm not really into the whole idea of leadership thing, but I believe she can do it. She approached me, after all. I'm thinking self-motivated works for me. So I went with it, and it was her success that validated my belief, validated that my belief in her was working as a skill of a leader. And then vice versa. She believed in me. That's what these are for. What neither of us realized at the time was that all it takes is for one person to believe in you before you can start believing in yourself. Do you believe I can get through this speech? Okay. I was unaware that she would change my business, and I am now proud to call her one of my best friends of my entire lifetime. But I was lucky. Without the one seed that was a good seed, I'm not sure I would have met all of the other amazing women that are on my team. And I've had my life change so much because of so many of them. Even if it was just something like learning a little bit more about my need for patience or understanding. My team, the Spicy Innuen-does, continues to encourage and challenge me personally, professionally, and we should all be so lucky to have that in our lives. So thank you. Whew. One quote I want you to hear is from a song that's actually on the radio now. It's my favorite part of the song. If you hear it, I want you to turn it up loud, and start to live it. It's a song called Suddenly I See by KT Tunstall. Listen to the part and turn it up really loud. Put on the bass if you can. I love bass. She's got the power to be, the power to give, and the power to see. It's in all of us. We all can do it. It's my Athena song. It's how I remember during every struggle that I still really want to do this. I still really want to be here in 10 years. I want to set a new goal, both leadership, sales, and to stop crying. So, before I share my last one and my favorite one with you, I want to be sure that I thank a few people. I want to acknowledge the goddesses who have been with Athena's for a really long time. If you would just go with me for a second here. If your goddess number is under, say, 100, would you just stand up for a second, please? There's I think I just picked that because it's an even number, and like I said, I'm a numbers person. So it's just something even, but there's actually a lot more than the women who stood up right now. What I don't think that a lot of people know, especially look, if we saw how many people stood up that have just joined since January or just here as a guest, there are so much fewer people that have been here since day one, but there were also the company has developed so much, even just since I've been here 3.5 years. The women who stood up and some of the other women who have really low goddess numbers were doing this and doing it well before all of the resources were there. So I just want to take a second to acknowledge you guys and just say, if it weren't for your success and your perseverance when at a time when it may not have been so easy for Jen to afford some of these really big speakers and all that, thank you for making it possible for the rest of us to be able to have this company. Thank you. And to those of you who have been so pivotal in my business, but more specifically in my leadership role, I know he's not here, but my husband Steve, who empathizes, encourages, and celebrates with me after every party meeting or a new recruit signs on, I urge all of you to find somebody who supports you unconditionally. Even if it's not in your household or your family, then another goddess. Look around you. You've just got to find somebody who gets the business. Linda, I can't look at you. Thank you for introducing me to a world of change, for your blind faith, and for turning me into the leader I didn't know I could be. I'll continue to work at it as I've watched you do, knowing that there's always room to grow and that you support me. Thank you so much. This is killing me. Whew. Jennifer. I'm gonna turn. You. You are the sole factor in the undeniable difference that sets Athena's apart from the rest. Thank you for allowing me to share in your dream and for being somebody who truly wants me to succeed as much as I do. You are such a gift in my life. Regina, Amy, thank you for holding me accountable each week and for making sure that no reason is ever good enough to stop building or to delay the growth of my team members. The most successful time of growth within the Spicy Innuen-does has been time spent with you on our side. You're like honorary team members, and for that I'm so grateful. So here it is, the music lyrics that have gotten me through so much. You miss a beat, you lose the rhythm. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. You'll figure it out eventually. It is so easy to get off track when something goes wrong, or you've taken a vacation, or you get a ridiculous number of no's. So in my life, and especially in the beginning of my business, I just went forward headstrong and never let off, like that no rest for the weary approach. But this business, and more specifically in leadership, you actually have to plan for times that you will, in fact, miss a beat here and there. So I decided to do a little exercise. If you can all get 2 hands free, please. Sorry, I didn't know this was going to be that long. Whew. Okay. It's very simple. I'm going to ask that you clap 4 times in a row. Ready? Ooh, even without direction, you guys are good. Try it again. Ready? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Pretty easy, right? We got it. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to repeat that, do a sequence of 5 of those. And Anne, you're going to love this one. I'm going to divide the room up into 4. So that whole section right there is section 1. Divide right down the middle. You guys are 2, you guys are 3, and you guys are 4. On the 3rd time around, skip beat 1, skip beat 2, skip beat 3, and skip beat 4. And then we're going to rejoin on 4 and 5. Are you guys ready for this? You're like, I didn't know I had to work this hard. All right, ready? Ready? Here's why I just did that. For those of you who are going, right? Or some of you just don't have any rhythm and didn't do really all that well anyways, don't worry. You'll get it with some practice. But for those of you who are like, oh my gosh, how do I start up that on that 4th time because I just kind of messed up a little bit on that 3rd? Or for those of you who are like, I don't think I even paid attention to the fact that I was supposed to skip, that's okay. Think of this analogy. Amidst the chaos, amidst the chaos, or sometimes you feel like a failure in your business, with a little bit of encouragement, I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, come on, get back into it. You can always get back to it. So I've actually changed the lyrics as far as what I think of in my head, and I offer it to you today because I really do think that everybody sitting in this room, everybody who's joining this year, we can double, triple, quadruple, 10 times, 20 times the number of people that are in this company and build it to something that no woman will ever say they don't know what Athena's is. And I offer you these lyrics. You miss a beat, you lose the rhythm, but the song is not over. Thank you.
Fine, dude. And here are your diamonds.
Yay!
And here's your diamond care plan.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yay! Thank you so much. I love you, Juliet. I love you.
Let's take a picture with Tim. Come here, let's take a picture with Tim. I know, she's crying. Melissa's gonna take our picture. How's that? How's that, Juliet? Juliet Fulgoni, everyone.